Hi guys, it's Shannara Fan again. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing a design based on a hoodie that I just got from one of my favorite YouTubers, Miss Jo. I love watching her work. She has taught me so much about how to paint designs with gel polish. Anyway, so I hope you enjoy this video. Right now we are taking Madam Glam's Perfect Black and covering all of the nails with the base coat. And this is so thick and so creamy that you could probably get away with one coat, especially if you're putting artwork on top. Just make sure you don't make it too thick or it will wrinkle in the lamp. I had that issue while I was working on this set. I had a couple of different nails to wrinkle on me. So now I'm going to take chrome powder in this gold, and also I chose a bronze, which is a little bit more of an orangey shade than this, and I ombre those together. I did not show that in the video because I did it first this way, and then I realized that the hoodie had like an ombre on the gold that makes the letters. So I'm like, let's redo that. So I'm only showing this just so I can show you how I applied the chrome powder. But starting at halfway down the nail, I did blend the bronze color into it. So now we're going to put a matte top coat on all the nails, and that just makes it easier to draw on and to see, you know, what you're doing, especially on black. So now we're going to take the gold nails and attempt to put this design on them. I sketched this out on my iPad on Procreate so that I would have kind of a game plan on how to make the letters. I'm going to use the Madam Glam Black gel liner. This stuff is awesome. It gives you a good solid black line, and the brush is super thin, and you don't have to dip it like 100 times while you're doing your nail art because the brush is holding enough product. So right now I'm doing the pinky nail, and I figured I would just do, you know, some of the rays that are on the design across this nail because it is so small. And then once we've cured that, we're going to go in with the gold chrome powder and go over the top. Once you brush off the excess, we're going to go ahead and top coat this nail and move on to the next. I hope you guys are doing good today. I hope everyone is safe, staying away from COVID. We recently had a member of the family to come down with it and get over it, and she was feeling pretty rough for a little while, but she's doing much better now. So I hope you guys are all doing well. Oh my, look at that. It's just so pretty. I love it. Okay, moving on. Alright, so next I'm going to take my Micron Black permanent marker. It is 0.3 or 0.03. And if you see, I have already traced out the outline of the G and F on my nails. This was the first attempt that I did. And as you can see, you know, it looks pretty with the gold and black, but the ombre metallic just matches better, so I liked it better. So we're going to take our black gel liner again and very carefully just go along your outline, and then, you know, it's all about the amount of pressure you use on getting a fine line when it comes to gel polish. And this brush just works amazingly. And then once you've got your edges, you know, outlined, you come back in and fill in the gaps in between. Now this curve at the bottom of this F was just, oh, and dude, I did this F like 7 times. I kept doing and wiping off and redoing, and it just gave me fits, man. But I finally got the shape that I wanted. Anyway, so, and that's the great thing about gel polish. You know, if you get it on there and you just absolutely hate it and you haven't cured it yet, you can wipe the thing off with alcohol and just start over. And that goes for the Micron pens too. If you get on there and you start doodling and you don't like the way that your shape is turning out, a little bit of alcohol on a lint-free wipe and you can erase. And that's one of the best things about gel polish, because, you know, with regular nail polish or even acrylic paints, that ain't happening. Now with acrylic, you can use warm water, you know, and kind of wipe it away. But if there's anything that you want to keep, you're going to lose that too. So here I'm just doing some little dot stars or sparkles, if you will. Taking a small dot of the black gel polish, and then I would start off using this detail brush to drag my lines out from the center. But my poor brush is so tatty, and it's just, yeah, it went crooked and fuzzed out. And so I wiped off and redid this star like 4 times. I eventually ended up using my gel liner brush that was, you know, the actual brush itself to do this, because it just turned out so much cleaner, which is actually kind of surprising considering it was a little bit fatter. Anyway, so here we go with the G. Same situation. You want to take and go along your outlines and then fill in the center. And then we're going to take this bottom edge and kind of go in a curve right there. And then we're going to curve back the other way with the tail of the G. I guess that's the best way to put that. There we go, like so. And this part is, you know, you can fiddle with it and faff, as Miss Jo would say. Just be careful not to get it too fat. And if you do, you can always take a wedge brush, a small brush with a little bit of alcohol on it, and clean up your edges before you cure. Now, if you get something the way that you like it and you're afraid you're going to mess it up, give it a quick 10-second flash cure just to hold it in place. But remember that you've done this, so if something, you know, if you're like, I hate it, you're going to have to scrap the nail because you've already flash cured. And having a plan here, having something to look at, a visual reference, really just helps a ton, especially when it comes to lettering. I did take commercial art when I was in high school and trade school, and so you know, having that visual reference to help you get your shape the way you really want it to be, even if you're doing your own letter style and you're combining the aspects of 2 or 3 different kinds of letters to create what you're wanting to do. Like this, for example, I could not find this particular shape anywhere, so I kind of had to make it up. But I took the aspects of like 3 or 4 different letter styles to come up with the one that I wanted. Alright, so now what we're doing is I've got this really fine gold gel, and I'm going to take that and put some little accents on the thick, beefy parts of my letter, kind of like gaps in the letter style, I guess. I don't know really how you would refer to that. Anyway, so obviously I had to redo that. But yeah, we're going to take and down the left side of the fat parts of the letter, we're going to add like a little highlight strip. sorry about the lighting here, guys. I was curing one while I was working on the next, and the blue light from my lamp was messing with my camera. And if you get your, gold line a little too fat right here, you can always come back in with a very small wedge brush and a little bit of alcohol and straighten up your lines. The only catch is with the gold, it kind of wants to drag a little wing off the bottom whenever you try to lift your brush after cleaning up. So you may have to go over that spot like once or twice just to get a really clean line. And now I'm using my black liner to go in and add the stars next to my G. And I thought my stars kind of looked just a little blah, so I went back in there and put some rhinestones, little tiny iridescent AB crystals that I got from Long Hair Pretty Nails, just in the center of the stars. It really gave it a nice pop, I think. Okay, so now I'm just going to add a few more dots to kind of tie everything together, black dots, and then we're going to top coat this one and the G. And I do put the rhinestones on top of the top coat, which you should not do, but Micron Bling Gel works really, really well. And because this is just a set, I'm not actually going to put on my nails, then I think it'll be okay. But if you were going to, wear this set, you would definitely want to do any rhinestones or bling before you put your top coat on. And as you can see right there, my lamp didn't fully cure my black dots, and some of them bled on me. Alright, so now we're applying the Micron Bling Gel and my tiny little rhinestones. And I love these rhinestones from Long Hair Pretty Nails. They are so, so sparkly. Oh, they're so pretty. I'm big time into the iridescent stuff anyway. I mean, as long as it's got a color shift to it, I absolutely love it. I have some of the, I believe they're Moons, is one of the shades, something lunar anyway. It's a very clear silver. It's beautiful. I really love these iridescent ones. Okay, so now we are going to attempt to do a half moon on the index finger. And this is so hard, man. Putting a half circle on a curved surface is not easy, and especially to get it like even and pretty. It just kept going wonky on me. I think I wiped this off here in just a minute and to redo it. as you can see, I'm using the wedge brush again to kind of straighten up my edges of my moon. And then we're going to go in with the gold gel and do rays like are on the pinky nail coming off of the moon. And it's not really necessary to be like super careful about the distance that you get each line from the moon itself, because we're going to come back at the end with the black gel liner and outline the moon and kind of clean up the spacing between the rays in the moon and in between each ray. Okay, so here I'm starting out with the rays that are going to be the longest and making sure that I get like even spacing. And then you're going to come back in between the rays that you put down this first round and kind of fill in the gaps with slightly shorter rays so that it gives it a more, an uneven look on the outside edge. I guess that's the best way to put it. As you can see right here on the edge of that nail, I got my black a little too thick and it did wrinkle on me, but because the top surface was good and flat, I just went with it. Now, of course, you know, if you're doing this on yourself and you have a wrinkled nail, you're gonna trash that one and start again. But, you know, like I said, I am used to using cheaper quality black, I guess is the best way to put that. And so the Madam Glam, I was putting it on way too thick at first, until I realized that because it is such a good formula, I can put it on much thinner. So I really caused myself a lot of headache putting it on too thick. So once again, you know, nice thin coats, people. And once again, we're going to use our wedge brush to straighten up the lines, thin out any that have become too thick, and then we'll fill in the in-between spots. Now, when you're doing this step, you can flash cure as many times as you need to. If you need to flash cure each individual line, go for it, because it really does help you to not mess up what you've already done as you're doing the next one. Alright, so now we're going to take our alcohol and clean up any edges. And take our black gel liner and go around the moon and neaten up the gap, make it uniform all the way around, and straighten out any lines. And then we're going to go ahead and top coat this nail. So here I've mixed top coat with both of my chromes, the gold and the bronze, and we're going to use that here in a little bit. We're going to put that over the chrome gel so that all of the nails match and have that ombre look to the gold. I had the worst time with this thumbnail. I finally figured out how I wanted my letters to look after, scrapping about 5 different nails. And so I'm outlining my letters, Miss Jo, in the gold. And I'm gonna do these letters just strictly gold, but I'm not really sure that I liked this nail. I'm probably gonna redo the thumb, maybe attempt to do the hand that's on the design holding the crescent moon, but for now we're just gonna stick with Miss Jo. And now that I do have some thin lines to kind of indicate where my lettering is going to be, I am flash curing in between letters, just because I don't want to mess any of them up. The S's I did not flash cure though, because I kept wiping them off and redoing them. And of course, my nail kept falling off the stand. Once again, this nail just gave me fits. I think this thing fell off maybe 7 times while I was trying to do this. See, there it goes again. Okay, so now I'm going over my letters with the chrome / top coat mixture to ombre the gold and the bronze together. So at the bottom of the letters it has the bronze color. Okay, so here's the final look, guys. I hope you liked this video and I hope you enjoyed seeing how I did this. If you have any suggestions or comments, I would love to hear like what you might do for the thumb or anything like that. This is the hoodie. I hope you guys, really like this design. Please give it a thumbs up and a like, and I would love to hear any comments if you have any ideas. Thanks for watching.